Hi, my name is Lenka and I run a translation company in Vancouver, Canada. Today I'd like to show you how you can run a bilingual website or rather a bilingual blog using translators or using your own translated texts. You can also check our website at lingo-star.com/blog, where you will find articles about blogging in different languages and a particular article about how to blog in 2 different languages. So before we get into the ways how you can translate and post bilingual posts, let's see why you would want to do that. Well, if you run an online business and you want to expand, then you probably need to update your readers or your clients in different languages. If you're trying to reach out to a global audience and you're doing that with the help of a multilingual website, you would want to update your readers, suppliers, clients, employees in the languages that you're targeting. So it's very valuable to set up a blog in those languages that you're writing in, and then target the groups that you need to reach and inform them regularly with the things that you want to show them. So promote your products, promote your services, provide information, provide updates, provide any information you want by posting them on your blog and actually being very communicative and available to all the groups that you're trying to target. So once you have your blog set up, you will want to start blogging in 2 different languages. Obviously, it doesn't have to be 2 different languages. It could be more languages. It depends who you're targeting and how much time and effort you want to spend on your blog posts. So one of the first ways of writing a bilingual post is to writing it yourself. So you would write your English text and translate it to a foreign language yourself. Well, that's pretty obvious, don't you think? Why would you need to read about it or learn about it? Well, in this case, it's very important that you bear all the cultural references in mind. So if you're writing in English, you will want to adapt anything that you using in your translation in a foreign language in a way so that the target reader is not confused. So if you're writing about anything Canadian related in your Canadian blog post targeting Canadian people, but you translating it into a different language, which in my case would be the Czech language, I would want to take out any Canadian references that actually don't belong in that blog post. So in my Czech translation, I would take out anything Canadian related and any cultural references that pertain to the Canadian culture so that my target readers in the Czech Republic are not confused about the text that I'm writing. Another way of doing this is to write the blog post in a foreign language and then translate it into English yourself. You may be comfortable writing in a foreign language because you live in a different country or use that language for work or in a family setting. So if you really feel comfortable writing in a foreign language, go ahead and do so and then translate it into English yourself later on. When you're adapting those texts, make sure again to take out any cultural references out of both texts so that it's adjusted to the target reader. Also remember that it's great to do those texts both at the same time because you might not get time to get to it later on. The third way of setting up a bilingual post is by writing a blog post in one of the languages that you feel the most comfortable in and then running that text through an online machine translation tool. So you can finish up your blog post in one language, then load it to an online translator, and you get a new text produced on the other end in a different language. However, I really do recommend to take the time and edit that text because it will not sound natural. All machine translation tools are very handy, but they need the work of a human brain to actually produce something readable. So take the time to go through that text, edit it, and properly adapt it for your target audiences. Make sure that it reads well, and if you need extra help, hire a professional translator or a proofreader who will actually sign off on that text and will help you produce the best text for your blog. Your fourth option is hiring the services of a professional translator. So you can set up your own text, write all the ideas, finalize it, and send it off to a translator. You can utilize the services of professional translators all around the world these days because translators work freelance from different countries. So if you're in a rush, you can actually get a short blog post translated overnight or in 24 hours. This means that you can set up your blog post in less than 2 days in 2 languages, and you manage to make that actually look very professional. So if you're looking to get a fast service, you can finalize your blog post, send it off to a translator who works in a different time zone, and then get the blog post done by next morning or within 24 hours. This usually works in time zones that have a lapse of at least 9 hours. So let's say the time zones between Latin America and Europe, or North America and Europe. Your fifth option is to hire professionals all the way from the start. So you could just jot down your ideas, set up the structure of the blog post, explain what you want to achieve with that blog post, and hire a professional copywriter or a blogger or a translator to do the job for you. So if you're in a rush and you actually need to produce blog posts pretty fast and push them out on your website, then you would want to hire a copywriter to do the blog post writing for you. And also you could hire a professional translator to do the translation for you. In some cases, you can hire 2 people, either a copywriter and a translator, or a copywriter that is very good in writing in both languages. When you're using that option, just make sure that the person speaks both languages on a very professional level and is actually able to produce the text in both languages well. If that's not the case, you can always have a professional copywriter write the text and have a professional translator translate the text. So these are some of the basic ways how you can produce a bilingual post using translation or writing your own texts. I hope I have given you some tips or motivation how you can get started on your bilingual posts. And if you have any questions, you can contact us at lingo-start.com, or you can download any of our ebooks that actually show you how you can run a multilingual website in different languages. Check out the link lingo-start.com/shop and get all the information you need to produce multilingual blog posts. Take care and see you next time.